5 years ago, we were all refreshing store pages at 3 in the morning, fighting bots and scalpers just to get a PS5. Half a decade later, did the PS5 live up to its hype? Let's dive in. The PS5 launched in November 2020, and actually getting one was nearly impossible for the first 2 years. Stock shortages, chip supply issues, and scalpers made this one of the most frustrating console launches ever. Many of us didn't even get our hands on one until 2022. I was lucky enough to snag one on day one, which was the 19th of November 2020 here in the UK. The first boot up was magical. The UI felt fresh compared to the PS4, the new DualSense with haptic feedback was immediately impressive, and the ultra-fast SSD lived up to the hype. The launch lineup had some solid titles. Demon's Souls remake looked absolutely stunning, Spider-Man Miles Morales showed off ray tracing and fast travel, and Astro's Playroom, which came pre-installed, was the perfect tech demo for the DualSense. I still remember a level where it rained and you could feel the raindrops on the controller. It truly felt next-gen. But there was also valid criticism that many of the PS5 games were really just PS4 games with upgrades. Throughout the years, we got great games, but also a lot of remasters and cross-gen titles. I would have loved to see more exclusives, but game development has become really costly and it takes time. It's the world we live in, sadly. Here are some of the games that made the PS5 truly next-gen for me. Returnal was a punishing roguelike where the fast loading and DualSense feedback meant you had to feel the game to win, not just look at what was on screen. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart showcased the fast SSD with seamless world transitions, and the graphics made it look like a Pixar movie. I'm not talking only about the cutscenes, I'm talking about the whole game. Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok delivered epic stories and gorgeous visuals. GT7 arrived for the racing fans. I still play it to this day, and we've gotten a lot of updates, all of them free. The first paid DLC is coming soon. Spider-Man 2 had great graphics and gameplay, but personally I'll remember it for the story and the way the story was told. Astro Bot was brilliant, easily a 10 out of 10 game that just made me happy every time I played it. I have platinumed and completed this game, but I just keep going back to it. This year in 2025, we got Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei, both with impressive gameplay, story, art directions and brilliant graphics. Sony lacked quantity, but made up for it in quality. No one can disagree on that. We've got GTA 6, Wolverine and Intergalactic to look forward to in the next few years. We even got a few Xbox exclusives for the PS5. Forza Horizon 5 and Indiana Jones are great, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming soon with the PSVR2 support. There was a time I thought I'll get a gaming PC just because I wanted to play Forza Horizon and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but turns out I don't need to. If you ask me, there are 3 things that made the PS5 feel like it was the next generation. First was the graphics. 4K and 60 FPS became the norm. Although most games could not do both simultaneously at the beginning, PS5 Pro kinda fixed it. Initially, you got performance mode at 60 FPS without any ray tracing, or quality mode at 30 FPS with ray tracing enabled. Honestly, the jump from PS4 Pro to PS5 didn't feel like massive at first. But for this video, I looked at old PS4 footage, and the difference is significant. I think it's how you remember games. When I played Death Stranding on the PS4 Pro, it looked great. When I played DS2 on the PS5, it looked amazing. In my head, both games looked great for their time. But comparing the actual footage now, DS2 on PS5 is miles better. The second upgrade was the SSD. The PS5 eliminated load screens in most games. Fast travel felt instant and you could start playing in seconds. The third upgrade is the DualSense controller. If the PS5 was identical to the PS4 but came with the DualSense upgrade, I would still call it a worthy upgrade and I would just pay for it. It's the best controller I've ever used. The haptics and the adaptive triggers are incredible. I can't go back to a PS4 or an Xbox controller without feeling like they are broken. I have a full video planned on why I love the DualSense, so hit subscribe for when that video drops. The OG model came in 2020 with 2 different variations, one with a disk drive and a digital-only model. In 2023, Sony introduced the PS5 Slim, smaller, lighter. There was only one version, but there was a detachable disk drive sold separately in case you wanted to play physical games. The PS5 Pro launched in November 2024 at $700 without a disk drive. Expensive, but it delivered. PSSR for AI upscaling, better ray tracing, a performance pro mode where 4K 60 FPS both could be achieved at the same time. Games like Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2 and Hogwarts Legacy looked great on the PS5 Pro. PSVR2 games got a boost too. If you have an OLED TV or a PSVR2, the upgrades were very noticeable. If you didn't, it probably wasn't worth it. Not every game got a Pro patch either, keeping the PS5 Pro for the enthusiasts rather than the mainstream audience. PSVR2 launched in February 2023 with eye tracking, haptic feedback, and great titles like Horizon Call of the Mountain. But at $550 plus requiring a PS5, adoption was slow. The lack of backwards compatibility with PSVR1 games frustrated early adopters. Sony cut the price down to $400 earlier this year. I mostly play GT7 with a steering wheel and PSVR2, and as a racing fan, it's the best gaming experience I've ever had. The PS Portal arrived in 2023. It streams your games over Wi-Fi, perfect for playing in bed or when someone else wants the TV. Sony recently added cloud streaming support, making it more versatile. I made a full video on it, link in the top right and the description below. In a nutshell, I love the PS Portal. We got other accessories, like the DualSense Edge controller, PS Link devices, and even a Sony monitor made just for the PS5. PS Plus got a complete overhaul with 3 different tiers: Essential, Extra and Premium. Premium gives you a huge catalog of PS4, PS5 and classic games, from PS1, PS2 and PS3 games via cloud streaming. It's Sony's answer to Game Pass, although it doesn't include day one first-party releases. I pay for the Premium tier and it's gotten me great games. If you're on Premium, you could also get cloud streaming on PS Portal. So, 5 years later, was the PS5 worth it? Did it deliver on the next-gen promise? I think so, but with caveats. The first 2 years were rough with availability and a thin exclusive library. But with 2023 onwards, the PS5 came into its own with incredible games, meaningful hardware improvements and a robust ecosystem. The DualSense is the most innovative controller in years. The SSD genuinely changed game design, and the exclusive lineup is legitimately impressive. Could Sony have done better with VR2 support? Yes, I think so. Is $700 for the PS5 Pro wild? Definitely it is. Could Sony have made more exclusive games for the PS5? Yes, 100%, and they should have. But even with these caveats aside, the PS5 truly did deliver, and it still delivers. If you still haven't got a PS5, I think now is a great time to get one. The prices are stabilized and the game library has something for someone. And there are so many sales online at different stores, you could always get one for real cheap. What's been your favorite PS5 moment? Drop a comment below. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Please consider hitting subscribe as it helps me out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.